So for the most part, we've been dealing with real numbers. So numbers like 27 or $54, things like that. And you can add and subtract these and do other functions on them as you would expect. But there are different values for cells that you could have, like for instance dates and also durations. So if I were to type say 4/5, it recognizes that as a date. If I have it selected, I can look at the bottom here and it says actual and it says 4/5/2019. I can change the cell formatting and I can say, okay, I want to specifically say that this is going to be date and time, and I can change it to look however I want. So I can make it really complex like that. Now I could also put times in here. So I could say 5:15, and you could see that's going to give me the current date at 5:15 a.m. I could say 5:15 p.m. and you can see how it changes it here to 24-hour time. In the format here I could say, okay, I want it to be 12-hour time but with AM or PM after it. I could also say I do want to see the date there, so maybe like 8/21, 5:15 p.m. So you can control things like this, how they look, but the actual format here is either just the date or the date with a time. Now you can perform operations on dates and time. So for instance I could say 4:15 and 4:22, and these are two dates. How far apart are they? Well, I could say equals for a formula and then say take this value minus this value, hit return, and you see it gives me 7D or 7 days. This is a duration value. So two different types of values, a date and a duration. And durations here you could see under cell formatting I can do weeks, days, hours, minutes, seconds. So I can do hours for instance and it says 7 days, 0 hours. And I can change the style. So I can actually have it say days if I want. So if this was more specific, like a specific time, like maybe I wanted to do 4:15 at 9:09 and 4:22 at 5:15 p.m. I could then subtract these, and then I get 7 days, 8 hours, and 6 minutes. So durations are useful. You can subtract times to get a difference and the value be durations. You can't do other things with dates and times. I can't add two dates together or multiply them together. You can only get the difference between them and the result will be in a duration. You can use durations on their own. So I could for instance say 8 days, 8D, and you could see it actually changes it there to 1 week, 1 day. And I could do say 3 days and I could subtract these. That's 5 days, but I could also have added them because you could add durations. And you could do that with time, so you can get minutes, you can get seconds, hours, however you want to do it. You can use dates, times, and durations in your spreadsheets in a variety of different ways.